Limestone up 4-0 already. Well as Coach Cato, and and the guys are doing a little bit of a celebration dance. There they go. I love to see that what we can do with the player cams nowadays. Hello. Welcome everybody to
a Rocket League game on a Friday. So we got some Friday Rocket League coming in here for Limestone University. I'm Coach Lewis here to cast this evening's game. Fortunately, we're here a little earlier than normal. The game was scheduled to be at 7 o'clock originally. This is for one of our junior varsity rosters, our gold team. And go ahead and try to put the game up here for our viewing opportunity. Make sure that we've got the right side. And yeah, we're playing at 5:30, a little bit early, but that is great. So we are against Catawba College, and we've played against this school in a couple different esports. So we've got a little record going on with this school. Really glad to be back, on the field with them again, and really happy to see, or really excited to see, where our gold team is going to be able to take this match. So of course we do have on the roster the returning captain Boopy here, as well as Garrett and or I think it's G-Man Garrett, and then also Marcus Tyrai. So returning gold roster, they've been looking pretty strong this semester, this season, and no points have been scored so far. 4 minutes remain. And the team, I think, regardless of the outcome, is going to be going to the playoffs. But it's looking like this is going to be one of the harder games they will have to play this season, simply because they're already getting scored on. And it's going to be an uphill battle from here for sure. Tyler going to bat for his boys. And he's got early control over the ball, taking it into the Catawba corner. Garrett is up, but not quite able to make a good connection with the ball there. And Limestone finds themselves on the back foot, looking to get it clear, and Boopy is the man. He's able to get it out of the red zone, or out of the danger zone, and Garrett is keeping it there. And Limestone's defense is looking much stronger now after they've been able to kind of find their rhythm, get their footing in this match. The first game in Rocket League is almost always a bit more swinging, a bit more sloppy than the ones that follow, simply because both teams have to take some time to really kind of suss each other out, figure out who's who, what players are capable of what they're going to be looking for, when they're going to be looking for it. And, these first games are going to be oftentimes playing out, they're going to play out very differently than the games that we'll frequently see later on. So Garrett up with the ball, bringing it to the Catawba corner. Tyler able to kind of kill the momentum there, but the Catawba player is there to get a nice clear, answered back by Boopy. And we are halfway through this first game in the best of 5. And looks like Limestone kind of just lost control of the ball downfield, and Garrett not quite able to make the connection with the ball. Goes up a little too early, and he just kind of flies by the left side there, not quite able to get the block, and costs Limestone another goal. Down 2-0 so far. Only 2 minutes remain. Can Limestone find their footing to get any more points up on the board? Preacher from Catawba has been a clutch player in this series so far. But Tyler able to tap the ball into the goal of Catawba. I think that was an assist coming in from Preacher almost. It was actually kind of it was batted down in the corner. I don't think any other Limestone players got a hand on it. But Tyler was there to see it through. Kickoff going the way of Catawba, and you have to imagine that with only 2 minutes remain, that's a pretty big advantage. Limestone on the defense, and Big Zach is up to the task, and Limestone finds themselves down another goal. Preacher once again with the setup, a phenomenal player, and looks like he might have been able to just get the two-touch in and of itself on his own. Preacher looking really, really clean here for Catawba. Garrett gonna battle that out in the corner. Boopy trying to take a shot there. Not quite able to get the angle. It was off to the side just a little bit. Garrett gonna walk the ball off to the side of Catawba, and the ball is loose, but it finds itself in the corner, not quite able to go in the goal there. And the Catawba defenders are here in force. The ball is centered up, though. Preacher there to try to take it out. No real contact able to be made, but Boopy has an attempt. Not quite able to get it in again, and the ball has not yet left this corner. It has been a battle for the side of Limestone, and another shot attempt coming in from Garrett there. Preacher with the godlike defense. Preacher coming in with a very impressive performance for Catawba. Like I was saying earlier, this first game is all about sussing players out, figuring out who's who. Which of the players on this field are the Chads? Which guys are going to be the threats? You know, the guys that are going to be scoring and blocking and just kind of being everywhere. That's how a lot of these games play out, and Limestone is not quite able to get any more traction in this game. You know, because this is pretty much the equivalent of amateur play in a lot of ways, you know. And in amateur play, so much of every game in competition is decided by the skill differential of players involved. And Garrett able to take the ball into the Catawba goal with only 2 seconds remaining. Maybe this is an opportunity for Limestone to even the score. But Preacher has been a phenomenal standout for Catawba so far. Limestone's players, I feel like, have had a fairly equal input. Boopy up with the ball. Limestone's going to have to keep it off the ground, and Preacher kills it. Winner, Catawba, game 1. Limestone is going to have to make something change, but they only lost by 1 goal. And you have to keep that in mind, that this was not a super one-sided win. And, you know, as I was saying, these game 1s are real different. You know, you never really know how the rest of the series is going to play out, especially when a game 1 was only decided by a single goal. So it's you know, really anyone's game still. Preacher and Tyler go to bat. Tyler comes out on top, and the volley begins. Boopy gets a really great touch up in the air. Tyler's in the corner with it. Doesn't quite find the aerial, though. Boopy's having to play some midfield defense with a redirect. Tyler trying to get it past Preacher, but it doesn't quite work. Preacher once again in the goal. This man is everywhere. Excuse me. Limestone's defense coming out strong here. And now Koala, maybe this is a better way to call him. Koala from Catawba. First time we've seen the player, or just I've seen the player, talked about him. Had some control there for a minute. And there he is once again, or there they are, taking the ball out. But Boopy is alone with the ball in the midfield, and he finds a goal for Limestone. First point up on the board. Really, really great control of the ball. Some really fast tempo play there. You know, able to kind of, pry the ball loose and take full advantage of it with that opportunity. So really, really great work there from Boopy. Boopy once again going to war with the players of Catawba. He's had multiple shot attempts here in these last few seconds, and it has been a very impressive shot here coming in from Garrett. It does connect with the post, though, not quite able to find its way in. And Tyler here is now the one tasked with setting up a goal attempt for his teammates. Preacher, though, he is there every step of the way. And the Catawba defense here coming in clutch. You know, they're blocking out every attempt from Limestone, but Preacher finds a really, really kind of shocking goal here. He just gets loose with the ball, and Tyler not quite able to block it out. And that ties us up. Only 3 minutes remain, a tied game in an otherwise very close series. So, you know, anything can happen. It really has been, it's felt to me so far like Preacher against the world. This man has got something to preach, and I think it's some kind of crazy Rocket League. You know, this man's nuts. Let's see, Koala taking the ball up into the corner. Tyler, though, finds his way into the midfield with the ball that was taken up and assisted by Boopy. Boopy sets it up perfectly for him. A great passing play from the side of Limestone. That's what you want to see at this level of competition. Some teamwork coming out, and that is that can really be a weapon if Limestone can pull on that strategy more, that mechanical combination more. They might just find themselves in a winning position in the rest of this series. Preacher gets loose with the ball, but he only bats it away. Tyler finds himself in the air. Preacher, though, tosses it to the side. Ball is in the corner with Garrett punching it into the center. Tyler is up. Boopy is up. Nobody's got a great contact. And the ball is now loose down the field towards the Limestone goal. Preacher trying to stop its momentum. Limestone now has a shot at taking it towards the goal of Catawba. The ball is centered. Big Zach comes out of nowhere and knocks it out, though. Garrett walks the ball up the wall. He's with it all the way. Preacher's here playing redirect, and the ball just barely doesn't go into the goal there. A really, really great attempt from Garrett, and an even better defense there from Preacher. Boopy taking a bit of a shot. Not quite able to get much momentum on the ball, though. And we are seeing a much more Limestone-heavy offensive game here. And another goal coming in for Boopy. The ball had been set up there by Garrett. Phenomenal teamwork once again. And a really great angle shot, kind of from the corner. The series score is advantage Catawba. I guess we don't have the little tick marks, so apologies. I'll try to keep that. We'll keep us updated in that respect. But yeah, we'll try. I didn't realize that whenever the game was set up, it didn't have the tick mark system or the best of 5 system kind of put in. Usually it will, but we'll see. And I would try to put them up. Put it up in the graphics, but I just don't think it'll fit the way that they were made. So we'll just kind of have to go by word of mouth now. The ball is dangerously close to the goal of Catawba once again, as it has been for much of the second game. Tyler here to place some quick defense for Limestone. Garrett, though, takes it back on the offense. Preacher coming out with a great block, throwing the ball into his corner, a place where it is safe, and Zach beats the defender. He is running out there with the ball, but lets it loose. And Limestone here, they're going to just try to, kill any momentum on the ball, take this clock down to 0, and that's exactly what happens. It is now 1-1 match score. Both teams are tied, and only 2 wins separate a winner from a loser. Match 3 and a tied series begins now. Kickoff going the way of Limestone. Boopy's going to try to take the ball out here, but Zach finds his way around him. And the ball is centered. Preacher not quite able to make contact there. And that was a missed opportunity from the side of Catawba. They didn't have much opportunity to play offense in that second game, so maybe they're a little rusty coming into the third. Boopy battling out with the ball in the corner. And it's now centered for Limestone. Garrett doesn't quite get the angle, and Tyler is here punching it back into the corner. Boopy's going to try to keep it on the side of Catawba, but he doesn't get enough momentum on the ball to keep it really there. Garrett is there with him, but you have to think that this might be a shot attempt from Tyler, and it is. Limestone's offense has just been relentless against the Catawba defense. You know, every time that I think it's going to slip loose, the ball just finds a way to stay on the blue side of the field here, and Limestone finds themselves up 1-0. Kickoff goes the way of Limestone. Garrett punches the ball up onto the top bar. Not quite able to get it in, though. Zach punching the ball through the Limestone defender, and Garrett is there to take it back to where the ball belongs, in the blue corner. Catawba looking for a clear. Tyler there to block it out. Boopy, now it's his move. He punches it off to the side. Garrett on the defense playing the orange corner. He's going to take it out. The ball is loose. It's flying towards the goal. Koala is there to meet it, and the offense from Limestone begins once again. Can the pressure be seen through to another goal? 2 demolitions coming out there, or demolitions coming out for the side of Limestone at the hand of Garrett. Brutal gameplay coming out here. Preacher trying to one-man army the ball into the goal, but he sets it up for his teammate Zach. Big Zach 2000. Man, the myth, the legend. Finds the ball, gets a nice redirect back into the Limestone goal, and we are now even. Once again, this is a tied game and a tied series. Everything has been so close. Boopy got to get his chance with the ball eventually. Limestone having to play a little bit of defense here, but the ball is on a breakaway. Zach, though, able to get the redirect. Garrett, great defense. Boopy playing third man back. Garrett's up with the ball, and the ball is now back in the blue corner. Home sweet home. Tyler fighting to keep it there. Garrett going to war with Preacher and winning. Tyler bringing it to the corner. It's going to be a setup. Who's going to be there? Is anyone going to be there? Not quite. Garrett swinging a miss in the corner. Tyler bats it out. The ball is dangerously close to the Limestone goal, and Preacher sees it through. Bit of a last-second touch there from Boopy. Kickoff, Boopy and Zach goes the way of Boopy. Tyler's getting it into the corner. Limestone's going to have a shot attempt here soon. Boopy that misses his attempt, though. Boopy missing again. Boopy missing again. Wait, oh no, that's just perspective. It just, I don't know why, but a few times there just felt like my man Brian just kind of flew across the screen one way or the other. Oh, okay. So we're back. Big Zach taking the ball up across the top of the Limestone goal. Garrett tossing the ball up into the air. We haven't seen too much of an aerial game come out from either of these teams. We've seen kind of like a mid aerial game, I guess, with kind of what we just saw here with Garrett finding a goal to be able to tie up the series, where the players will go up kind of just for, these, I guess, recently off the ground ball shots, so they're not necessarily coming off the wall with the ball a lot, but they are in the air a decent amount, kind of like Preacher is there. Garrett taking the ball up the corner. 20 seconds remain. Garrett not quite able to see the ball through into the goal of Catawba. Only 20 seconds remain on a tied game. The winner of this game is going to be moving on to match point. So it is imperative that one of these teams finishes this out for them, and Tyler is going to be the one to do it with the assist from Boopy. Really, really great setup there, coming in from the rebound off the wall. A perfect center for his teammate. And, I think that's about the second goal we've seen look exactly like that. Really, really great setups coming out here from Limestone. And the clock has reached 0. Limestone moves on to match point. And Catawba, their back is against the corner. If they want to take this series, they have to win the next 2 matches. Nothing less will do. Two 1 Limestone in this best of 5 series. And Garrett, with the assist of Boopy, able to take an early lead in this game. I apologize. My throat is very sore, so it's kind of hard to talk. And I don't know why, but my body is reacting by yawning. Boopy trying to center up the ball, but Preacher is there to meet it with a nice aerial redirect. Boopy taking the ball into the corner. This man is a centering machine. I'll have to talk a little less so that I don't burn my voice out. I apologize.
What a save!
All right. And what are we looking at here? We got Preacher and Catawba on the offensive. And a fresh look for this team.
Saved by the keeper.
Garrett and Boopy, though, up to the task of defending the ball. And it's once again close to the goal of Catawba. Boopy swinging a miss. Tyler taking the ball up the corner. He's going to try to get a nice clear, but he just undershoots the connection there. Garrett with the redirect. He's going to try to center it up for Boopy. He's got a shot, but Zach is there to block it. and the ball is thrown down to the ground. Boopy has a shot attempt, and Koala is just a bit behind the tempo there, not quite able to block it out. That was a really kind of just from downtown goal angle there from Limestone. It's kind of hard to block that kind of stuff where you're on the team. If you're on the team that's attacking, it's really easy sometimes to overcommit your resources and not to be able to block out a ball if it gets kind of just knocked back out the other way. It's really, really risky to play overly aggressive in Rocket League. Overly committal is maybe a better phrase for it.
A lovely header.
Tyler was going to war there for a while, and Boopy was the one to be able to take the ball off that earlier attempt and find a goal of his own. The man, the myth, the supreme rival pigeon himself, Brian, has found Limestone in an advantaged position, up 3 goals with match point. Garrett going to war. Boopy swing and a miss. I love saying that. I've kind of been picking on Brian all game, though. But when the man has actually been setting up pretty much every goal that we've got, so well played to him. Boopy coming in with a shot attempt. Garrett taking the ball up into the midfield, trying to set up for Tyler or Boopy, but the defenders are there to kill the offense. And we haven't seen nearly as much presence from Preacher so far in these later games. It's really been kind of the rise of Big Zach 2000. This guy, established in 2016. I assume that is his account established in 2016. He wasn't like born in 2016. I think that'd be kind of funny if people were to like include that with their real names, be like, I was established in 1905. You know, that's when I was born. Not that I'm that old. I could be that old. Tyler trying to center the ball up, and he does, but no one is there to be able to take it in. The ball was moving quite quickly. Tyler there to kill the ball down. Boopy's sittering it up. Tyler's there battling it with Preacher, but Preacher gets a nice clear. 45 seconds remain, and everything is on the side of Limestone right now. 2 goals separate Limestone from taking this game. Or from 2 goals separate Catawba from being able to stop Limestone from taking this game. And it's looking like Limestone all day, every day here. Ball is getting on a breakaway with Preacher, though. Blocked out by Limestone. Apologize for my voice. I've been sick this past week, and my throat is finally mostly recovered. Just not quite enough to cast yet, apparently. One second remains, and the ball touches down. Good games to Catawba. Limestone now really, really strong. A really strong conclusion to their season. These guys have really come a long way, and I mean, it's phenomenally impressive. You know, here's the player cams. I didn't really show very much of that during the game, but you know, they are in their new room here, and these guys have come a long ways, and they're going to be able to compete in the upcoming playoffs with the NECC. So really, really good looks for them. Excited to see where they'll take it next Friday. Speaking of which, I say playoffs. You know, that's going to be pretty much the next 3 weeks of our time is playoffs for all of our teams here. So you can expect that on Monday we've got Valorant quarterfinals. On Thursday, Overwatch quarterfinals. And then on Friday, both blue and gold quarterfinals. So pretty much at this point, if any team loses, they're done for, and their season ends. And everything that they've done up until this point in the regular season is to establish a better seed so they get better opponents in the playoffs. But that's everything for me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Adios.